All right, welcome. Today, we're cracking the code on credit. What we're going to do is lay out the entire roadmap for you to master not just your personal credit, but your business credit too. This is your path from zero to true financial freedom. Okay, let's dive right in. So, let me ask you something, and be honest. Has this ever been you? Is one little three-digit number stopping you from getting the car you need, the house you want, or maybe even the funding for that business you've been dreaming of? It's an incredibly frustrating feeling, I know, but it's a problem we are absolutely going to solve today. I mean, look at this. The difference is night and day, right? On one side, you've got poor credit, which just means denials, sky-high interest rates, and that constant nagging financial stress. But on the other side, strong credit opens up a whole new world. We're talking access to funding, freedom, and the power to really build something. Our goal today is to build that bridge and get you firmly on the right side of this picture. So here's the game plan. First, we're going to touch on why any of this even matters. Then we'll get into the fun stuff, hacking your personal credit. After that, we'll unlock the real power of business credit. I'm going to give you a step-by-step roadmap, and we'll wrap it all up with a concrete action plan you can start on the second this is over. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Why Credit Matters. Before we jump into all the tactics and the cool hacks, you have to understand the why. Because once you really get the role credit plays in your financial life, you've laid the foundation for building serious, long-term wealth. So what even is personal credit? Honestly, it's just a trust system. That's all it is. Lenders use this score to figure out how trustworthy you are with their money. And here's something a lot of people don't realize. Everybody starts at the bottom, at 300. It's a game you have to actually play to win, and the goal is to get that score up into that excellent 740 to 850 range. Okay, moving on to Section 2. This is where it gets really good. Hacking your personal credit. We're about to get into the specific, actionable things you can do to boost your score, and I'm telling you, it's often way faster than you'd think. This right here, this blows the whole mystery of the credit score wide open. It's not some random secret number. It's just a formula, a recipe with 5 ingredients. But look closely. See those 2 massive slices of the pie? Payment history and utilization. That's where we're going to focus because that's where the real power is. 35%. Think about that. More than a third of your entire score comes down to one simple, boring habit: paying your bills on time every single time. It is without a doubt the biggest piece of the puzzle. And then boom, right on its heels, another 30%. This part is all about how much of your available credit you're actually using. It's called utilization, and the name of the game is keeping those credit card balances low. So let's put that together. What does that mean? It means a whopping 65% of your credit score, nearly 2/3 of the whole thing, is just about 2 simple habits: paying your bills when they're due and not maxing out your cards. See? Mastering credit is so much simpler than they want you to believe. Okay, now this is what I call the golden rule of utilization, and seriously, this is a total game changer. Here's the trick. Use your card like normal, but then pay most of the balance off before your statement closing date. You want to leave a tiny balance, like under 10%. That's the small number that gets reported to the credit bureaus. Then you just pay off that little remaining bit by the actual due date. It's genius. And if you want to put this on autopilot, here's a brilliant little hack for you. Step 1. Take one credit card and put a couple of small subscriptions on it, like Netflix or your gym membership. Step 2. That creates a small, predictable balance that reports every month. Step 3. Just set up autopay to pay that small amount in full. What's the result? You get a perfect 100% payment history and super low utilization every single month without even thinking about it.
KeyMev Tech Solutions offers you website design and development, which will come with business structuring videos for a low price of 5,000 Rand.
At KeyMev Tech Solutions, we can give you a receptionist, sales agent, and a social media specialist.
KeyMev Tech Solutions offer artificial intelligence employees, which your business can leverage to make sure that you meet your customers' needs.
Your job, your policies, your assets, that's your bank. Join our CEO, Maxwell Mitchell,
this Sunday at 5 o'clock to learn more.
All right, so we've got a solid handle on personal credit. Now it's time to level up. Welcome to Section 3, where we unlock the incredible power of business credit. This is all about creating a completely separate financial identity for your company. And trust me, it's the key to serious growth. But first, we have to talk about mindset. This is so important. The goal here isn't to use credit to buy stuff that goes down in value, liabilities. The real pro move is to use credit as leverage to create income. You buy things like equipment or inventory that make you more money than the debt payment. That is how you build real wealth. So, what's the real difference here? Well, think of it this way. Personal credit is tied to you, your name, your personal tax ID. If something goes wrong, they can come after your personal stuff. But business credit? That's tied to the business itself, to its own company tax number. It creates this protective wall between your business and your personal finances. It's a huge deal. And this image right here, it's the perfect way to think about it. Your strong personal credit score is the key. You need it at the beginning to personally guarantee those first few business loans and cards. But that's not the end game. The goal is to build your business's credit so strong that it can get funding all on its own, no personal guarantee needed. Your personal score is just the bridge that gets you there. So the big question is, how do we actually build that bridge? How do we go from needing a personal guarantee to having a business that stands on its own two financial feet? Well, that's exactly what Section 4, the business roadmap, is all about. We're breaking it down step by step. The entire process, from start to finish, breaks down into these 4 simple stages. First, we focus on fundability, making your business look credible to lenders. Second, we set up proper banking. Third, we start reporting by getting accounts that build your business credit history. And finally, number 4, we go after the real funding. That first step, fundability, is all about looking the part. You have to look like a real, serious business that a lender would want to give money to. That means registering your company properly, getting a real business address, no P.O. boxes, a dedicated phone line, and a professional email and website. These little details send a huge signal of credibility. I love this visual because building business credit is literally like leveling up in a video game. You start at tier 1 with what are called net 30 accounts. These are just vendors who give you 30 days to pay for things like office supplies. You make a few small purchases, pay on time, and once you have a handful of those reporting, you level up. Now you can get tier 2 store cards. Then you do it again, and you finally reach the boss level, tier 3, where your business can get major cash credit cards all by itself. Phew. Okay, we have covered so much ground. Now for the final and maybe most important part, your action plan. This is where we pull everything we've talked about together into one simple checklist that you can start using right away. And here it is, the entire journey all on one page. This is your roadmap from A to Z. Phase 1 is the personal fix. Phase 2 is building that fundable foundation for your business. Phase 3 is all about building payment history with those starter accounts. And that leads to Phase 4, going after high-limit funding. It's a clear, sequential path. So let's make this super simple. Here is your checklist, your homework, if you will. On the personal side, get a starter card if you need one, keep your usage low, and put everything on autopay. For the business, formalize your company, get that business bank account, and open 3 of those starter vendor accounts to get the ball rolling. So there you have it. We've literally laid out the entire map. From cleaning up your personal score to securing major funding for your business, the code has been cracked. The path is clear. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?